How do you go from this right here on Monday
O'Donnell has it blocked into the end zone in a race
to this right here on Wednesday?
Good. We're talking to the girlfriend. She's trying to call his agent, but we're trying to get him to call her to call him first. But she's saying he is armed and has a history of mental illness, and her quote was, "He will end it all."
Good copy. You probably ran back to the car to get the gun. 10-4.
If she calls him, we'll let you know.
Good copy.
115 to 40. Just wanted to give you a heads up. It shows that the widest on that stormwater drain is 21 inches, and then it drops down to 6 inches and 8.
Perfect. Yeah, we're looking at about a 2-foot wide hole right now.
They put me on an open door at 600 Apogee.
Them anymore?
10-4. They've stated that their vehicle is no longer following them. However, they're still driving. We're trying to get them to stop at Branch Grocery, but they're refusing to stop. They're stating that they're on 982. They're going to be put through to 130.
You switch me back to my stop so I can finish that up, please.
Of course, sir.
There's a saying from one of my favorite shows and favorite actors. And the saying is this: take your life away from who? Because once you're gone, it's not you who's going to miss it. Your life is not your own. Keep your hands off of it. Let's get into it.
With breaking news and new details in the last hour about the death of Dallas Cowboys player Marshawn Kneeland. Texas DPS says troopers were involved in a traffic stop last night on the Dallas North Tollway near Keller Springs Boulevard. They say there was a pursuit, but they lost sight of the vehicle. They eventually found it abandoned after a crash on Dallas Parkway near Warren Parkway. Frisco police say at about 1:30 this morning, officers and troopers searched the area. According to the news release from DPS, they found the driver, 24-year-old Marshawn Kneeland, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We've got team coverage this morning with our CBS News Texas sports team, Bree Aldridge and Johnny Resendez. Bree, let's start with you. What have you learned from the team?
Well, Karen, as soon as the news came out this morning, teammates like Wanye Thomas tweeted, "Sick to my stomach," feeling the same as many who are just learning of his passing. He was very close to Cowboys linebacker DeMarvion Overshone, who I'm told is taking this news hard, as you can imagine. Marshawn Kneeland was a bubbly guy who I personally got to sit down with in Oxnard his rookie season. This is when he was kind of forced into a starting role when Sam Williams went down with a season-ending injury. He expressed the excitement that the then defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer had faith in his abilities, and he wanted to prove he was not only solid in the run game, but also show he could rush the pass. Monday night, Kneeland recovered a blocked punt in the end zone for his first career touchdown. That play circulating over social media this morning. An emotional day. The Cowboys locker room just lost a light, and I wanted to check in at the Star. That's where we find our Johnny Resendez, who is currently there this morning. And Johnny, I can imagine what the mood is like, but how are things in Frisco?
Hey, Bree, we've been here at the Star in Frisco for a little over an hour, right? And as you can see, not a lot is going on behind me. Now, the people that we have been able to talk to who decided not to go on camera, to my surprise, have been completely shocked of the news. Everything is slowly starting to set in. Whenever I was talking to people, it was the first they heard of this Marshawn Kneeland tragedy. Now, of course, we're going to stick around here to get more reaction from Cowboys Nation throughout the day. But as you know, Bree, Normally, on a week where they would be playing, we would be hearing from head coach Brian Schottenheimer and the players on a Thursday. But as you can imagine, they, along with the fans, are mourning the loss of a man who was gone way too soon. Like I said, we will hopefully get more information and more reaction from the fan base at 4 and 5. Karen, for now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Johnny, thank you so much. And we do have multiple resources on this story today, and we'll have much more coming up on air and online at cbstexas.com.
One of my favorite rappers by the name of Dwayne Carter, a.k.a. Lil Wayne, once said in one of my favorite songs, my favorite song by Lil Wayne has to be Real Rap, but one of the other ones, top 5s, is a song called Trouble. And he specifically says these lines. He says, I probably been on that same flight. I just kept swinging, 12th round coming, bells ringing. And he was talking about his homeboy who unfortunately got rid of his life. Why is that important? We are in a day and age where there are so many services that are available to men that they don't even know. To appear strong, to be strong, is not enough. You have to be strong up here. There is a lot that goes on with a lot of fellas' damn minds. When you make it, right? And I'm not even talking about the level that they have, because Lord knows, Lord knows, God dog, I can imagine what they go through. I have one cousin who made it to the NFL, and everybody swear that we all made it. Even my big bro, he went to the NFL, but everybody swears that we all made it. We did it. But you wasn't hitting them pads with them. You didn't do any of that shit, but you didn't score those touchdowns. You didn't make those sacks. You didn't make those tackles. No. One of the worst things that goes about with gladiator sports such as the NFL is the need to have something wrong with you mentally. I believe those who play at the highest level in the NFL, something is mentally wrong with you. If you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I played football. I can tell you this. There is a weird energy, a weird rush that comes in when you either running towards somebody or when you hitting somebody. I don't know what the hell it is about that energy that you get, but there is such a rush from that shit that I believe, bruh, something is off with us. Because the words that go through your head as you getting ready to take that field, it ain't, oh yeah, we gonna win the game. We gonna hurt them. We gonna beat them. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. And I look at this little dude because he's only 6'3", 265, right? And I'm thinking to myself, you are at the heights. You have elevated yourself. It's going to look like, bruh, you might be ready to take another step. That Cowboys defensive line is trash. Just going to keep it authentic with you. I'm not here to hate, you know, my YGs, my Giants, but I'm not here to hate. All I'm here to say is this. There comes a point in time where these cats get in this space and they are not looked at as human beings. They're looked at as do for everybody. I don't know what Young was dealing with. Maybe it gets revealed later on down the line. He had a whole bunch of mental problems. He had CTE. His mind wasn't all right and all that stuff. At least I can say this. He ain't hurt nobody but himself. Whenever I think about somebody taking themselves out, I automatically go to Chris Benoit. Because anybody who's willing to take themselves away, ain't no telling who else they'll have join them. We done seen too many videos of mothers taking out their kids, taking them out with themselves, dudes who can't handle a divorce, taking themselves out, taking their kids away, taking their wives out, all of this stuff, whatever it is. I have no idea. I've never felt that want to do anything like that. Me personally, I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what depression feels like. I don't know what none of that shit feels like. But what I can say is this: if you are going through that, Get you a good group of people. I always say men's groups are one of the most, if not the most important thing that a man has in his life. He has his wife, he has his family, and he has his group of homeboys. You gotta have people that are around you that you can talk to, that can talk about the steps in life you're about to take, and ones that you can mentor. Each one teach one. And it's sad because at the end of the day, he was where a lot of people want to be at in life. There's a whole slew of other kids, other children, other teenagers, other men who want to be right there in that spot making that play. That was one of the rarest things that you could do as an NFL player in history. And he'll forever be in the books for that. But unfortunately, we're going to remember him for all the wrong reasons. I hope his family heals, because at the end of the day, the way I used to look at this stuff, I used to call people cowards and punks and all of these things. And I'm only saying that because of how I felt when I had a cousin do this. You know what I'm saying? I had a cousin when I was 13, Eric. You know, he took himself out over a girl, over a broken heart. Baby Joe. I mean, Baby B, not Baby Joe. Baby B took himself out when his grandma passed. Another homeboy, his mama, she X'd herself out after she got rid of him. You can check that out on the Real Life Street Stars interview. I talk about it. I ain't gonna hold you. It still bothers me to this day in my 30s, bro. So it just is what it is. Not in a negative way, not in a positive way, but this is life. Anybody who feeling down, bro, where's your circle? And if you don't have a circle, literally, make those calls. They'll put a call in the damn thing. Or if you're thinking about harming yourself, bro, get help. And I done talked to many of men. And one thing I've never done, and there's at least 15 men watching this who could say, yeah, he right. I ain't never bash you. I came with complete understanding. And we never brought it up on social media. And two of them guys ended up talking trash about me. Like being real mad at me. But I never brought this shit up. And life is important. You matter. Things you do not only can help you, but they can harm you. And not only help and harm you, but harm others and help others. Be more than what you see, but also don't forget, you are more than what everybody treats you to be. I won't tell y'all to subscribe or nothing like that, because at the end of this, if you don't, then you don't. But I had to get y'all at this before a lot of you fellas get ready to go to sleep. Put your body on the line, put your mental on the line, and come back and be massively underappreciated by life. Because your value is just $1. Your memory here, you're going to die before everybody else does. They're going to live. They're going to live based off of what you do and what you provided. And you're not going to be here and be able to see it through. It's unfortunate, but this is what being a man is. This is what we signed up for. Ain't no quitting. Semper Fi, on forward.